The hacking group DarkSide has claimed responsibility for the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack, which disrupted fuel shipments to the entire Eastern Seaboard of the United States. Being proactive about reporting threats when you encounter them can be crucial in avoiding such attacks.
Maya, I just saw the news.
Can you believe it? Isn't it crazy?
I think maybe it was because of me.
Wait, what? What makes you think that?
Several weeks ago, I received a phishing email requesting I update my browser software.
And? You clicked on it?
It said it was urgent. I was running late to our meeting. I felt rushed, so yeah, I clicked the link.
What happened after you clicked it?
Nothing, which I thought was strange.
The next cyber attack and data breach that we're gonna look at is what has happened with Colonial Pipeline. So basically, that one has happened back in March 2021. That's literally the biggest cyber attack has ever happened within critical infrastructure in the United States. So that has happened by a ransomware group called DarkSide. They could manage to get the login credentials. So it's been the compromised login credentials because one of the employees' login credentials for the VPN got compromised. Apparently, he's been using the same username and password across multiple accounts, which is definitely not the right thing to do. You should not use the same username and password across multiple accounts. You do need to have a password manager to manage your password and have definitely separate password across multiple accounts. But this employee, for some reasons, they could manage to get their hand to his username and password. Unfortunately, the VPN connectivity, so login credentials, and they could manage to push a malware within the environment, which has caused a significant impact on fuel shipment, the gas shipment across the east coast of United States. So basically, based on that attack, the 100 gigabyte of data got compromised. In just 2 hours, they could manage to push a ransom in and get the data locked. So, and the Colonial Pipeline, they had to pay around 4.4 million ransomware worth of Bitcoin just to get the decryption key, right? And look, when the ransomware, when they get you paid, they keep you pay. It's not like you pay once, they say, all right, now the next level, oh, we're gonna put the data in dark web, or you get half of your data back, now you need to pay more, you know? So that got escalated quite heavily, and back then at the time, the United States president, they have to come up with the act for all organizations to improve especially all the government organization to put all the enhanced security controls, even not enhanced, even the baseline security controls such as multi-factor authentication in place. So basically these guys, they have used a same ransomware which has been released, I think Bitdefender, back in 2021, January 2021. So the attack has happened in March 2021. But back in January 2021, Bitdefender, they have released a patch they have released the keys. Say, all right, if anyone's getting this ransom, this is the keys. And what has happened, the DarkSide, they have released a new version of the malware and say, oh no, that key is not working with the new malware. And that's how Colonial Pipeline got impacted. So basically, they got impacted with the updated version of the ransomware. But look, it got escalated quite heavily within the government, and at the end, the Department of Justice, they could manage to recover half of the Bitcoin, which got half of the Bitcoin that Colonial Pipeline paid to these guys. So around, they paid the exact number we have, 4.4 million. They could manage to get 2.3 million back. However, when it comes to crypto infrastructure, we all understand that how hard and costly is to trace the Bitcoin transaction. So they have spent a lot of time, effort and money to take this 2.3 million back. I don't know how much they paid. I don't know how much they spent to take that 2.3 million back, but I won't be surprised to say, they spent like $1 million to take 2.3 million back, or even they spent $2 million to take 2.3 million back. Because a lot of the time it takes really time and effort to trace all these complicated Bitcoin transactions when it comes to the blockchain. So, and that's why they are using Bitcoin. If you look at the older ransomwares, old days they used to kidnap the kids and ask for a ransom. That's why we call it ransomware. So back then they used to kidnap the kids, the rich people's kids, and ask for ransom. But the hardest part for them was to collect the money. Yeah, put the money in a black bag in a bin. But right now, it's the easiest way for them is collecting the money. They use Bitcoin, they use all these different coins to just collect the money. And in most cases, it's really hard to trace them. And a lot of the time, not worth tracing them, as it takes a lot of time, effort, and money to trace them. So that's what has happened to Colonial Pipeline. The most important teachable takeaway is use a proper password security. We have already talked about that. And do not use a same password for a same account.